Hello YouTube, welcome to part 2 making the door frame. We're just getting ready to cut our 45s here. We cut it on the inside. We would not cut any of this. This will leave, you'll see in the future video, whatever, this leaves that little corner piece to weld in when I MIG weld, and you can adjust these better. So I like using this. I lay it across this part. I just get in there and scribe it, okay? So we'll get that done. And then we'll show you another clip of how we're just going to make one, and then we're going to lay it on the angle iron and just keep duplicating it. So it doesn't matter what the measurement is, we're not going to have to use a ruler each time. So that'll be the next clip coming up. So stay tuned. Okay, we'll make this clip real quick. This is exactly what I want for measurement, okay? So it doesn't matter what it is. I got my Road King approved metal scribe, and I scribe this here, and then I'll lay my square on there and I'll transfer it, and then I'll put my Sharpie marker. And when I put my Sharpie marker, I always put it so I cut like to the right of it and leave the mark. I think you know what I mean. Don't cut the mark off. That's would mean it would be too short. So we got our scribe there, and we'll snap a picture to see how good that marked it there. So here we go. I'm gonna make this real quick. See how I got it all clamped. Even down on the ends. This is all even. It's been squared with a square. So back to work. Okay, we're gonna try to not to have a shaky cam. We're gonna go handheld. Okay, that's what I said. I cut on the inside. See where I've never touched this? I cut on the inside of there. That way I get my clearance for the door. If you can get the idea. And then that gives you a spot to weld. Okay, so if I move this out of the way, okay, it gives you a better chance of squaring up the inside, okay, and the outside. Because you can always take a little bit off here. This is going to be welded. So you can always remove some off this side or that side. You know what I mean. But that gives you a spot to weld it. So I never cut into this part when I make my angles. It's just something I do. It may be wrong, but it feels right to me. Okay, stay tuned. I don't know how much more we have left. I have a lot of clips in this part, so they might get mixed up or something. So stay tuned. We don't know what's next. Okay, we're moving right along here. We welded our gaps, and we kind of made this wider than what we really should have to get it fitted in here. And then, of course, I showed you how when you bring that up, it leaves that gap to weld. And we got a little bit of a mess on the inside. It isn't so bad, but a lot of this is going to cover it up. This is only 1/2 inch wide, but a lot of this you won't see. I only have to clean just like a little bit, just so it's level, and you're never going to see it. I think you get the idea. When I end this stuff in the corner, it's kind of funny. When I end my corner, it'll be off. Like say this is a hinge side, I'll do it over here. So it's one continuous piece as it turns here. But there you go. I'm using the top of the stove as a table to clamp to. I was thinking, well, what am I going to do? I don't have no piece of plate still like I used to have. There's a few spatter BBs on there. But it's pretty level. There's no rock to it. There you go. On to the next part. I'll stop here and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. This is going to be on like a 2-inch box coming out of the stove. So we'll pause here and we'll be right back when we get a piece to show you. Okay, hope I'm explaining this right. This is going to sit on a box made out of this. I used 2 inches times 1.5 inches because I had trouble with the other stove when the curve, because a lot of it's going to be taken up by the curve of the stove when it shoves in there. I had trouble where it was almost up here, even though it's a smaller tank. What we're thinking about doing is, instead of this being even, we're thinking about making this only about 1/4 inch, because this is 1/2 inch wide, 1/4 inch, and then welding. If you can imagine in your mind, this is only up to here, then welding a bead on the back side of this. but I'll have a picture of it when the time comes. So I think we got the idea on this. So now it's off to make another box going the other way. If you watch my other stove builds, you know exactly what I'm doing. The new stove for the work shed is going to be almost the same design as this box right here. So that would give you an idea if you want to go find those videos. Barrel stove with homemade door kit. I can't tell you the whole name of it. I think that's kind of what some of them are named. But there you go. More work, less talk. Stay tuned for more. Oh no, the door doesn't fit. Let this be a lesson. Make this first. I had this piece cut out. Even though I had this measured, everything shrunk. I'm going to have to flapper sander disc, and I'll lay a straight edge on here. Like this, clamp it. I think you get the idea. And then we'll just shave a little off. So it should be square enough for a stove. So let that be a lesson. Build this first. This was cut out. I needed it. So I'll have to take a little extra step. But no worry. We'll get it. Stay tuned.